going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. We are back again this morning. It is Thursday, the 27th of June, 2024. We're back for another one. Big up all the real ones in the building. The coffee gang is in the building. We appreciate every single one of you, man. We're going to be looking at all the latest news surrounding Arsenal Football Club, as we usually do. Big up all the real ones that joined us last night. Me, Miguel, and Yardman chopping it up late last night. That was a crazy stream. Over 2 hours we done. Over 2 hours last night, man. Pretty interesting. Make sure you go and check that out if you haven't seen it already. It started to get wild towards the end. I have to be real. It started to get wild towards the end. I swear to you. Big up all the guys that are ready and waiting. I see you guys. Big up Sergio in the building. We got Shats in the building. Peppermint Freedom in the building. Big up my guy John as well. Big up Noor. I see you, bro. Big up Wax. The Calafiori link is true for Fabrizio Romano and his other Italian journalist friend, Mark, mentioned it. Mark, he mentioned it as well, yeah? Maybe we, Arsenal, will get him, but Italian players rarely come to the Premier League, so I don't know. Absolutely, bro. Big you up. We are being linked with this left back, Ricardo Calafiori, and there's talks to suggest that Arsenal could be launching a bid. I'm not too sure what fee that will be or how much the player is or whatever the case may be there. But we will look at that. Big up the rest of the gang in the building. We're going to be talking about Arteta's Rodrygo promise. This is interesting. I literally stumbled across this just before I set the stream up. So, yeah, I see this. Rodrygo's promise from Arteta. What promise? What's going on here? What's going on here? But according to reports, Arteta has made a promise to Rodrygo that if he joins Arsenal Football Club, will make him the star man. Okay. Waffle sessions. Okay. Fasten your seatbelts, hit the like button, all of that. Don't go anywhere. We've got a few different stories to be talking about this morning. It isn't as active as we would like it to be. We do know Edu isn't on job at the moment, or is he? I don't know. We don't know. Is there a plan? Is there a clear plan? I don't know. Are we waiting to the Euros to start selling players? I don't know. We've got this video that we're going to react to first here. This is Sky Sports talking about Arsenal sales, and we can see on the screen we've got Ramsdale, ESR, Eddie Nketiah, Thomas Partey, Reece Nelson. Clearly, these are the five that have been told they can leave Arsenal Football Club. These are the five that we are trying to ship off. At least one of these five should have already been gone, and that's been my point, the points I've been making. If we really had a clear plan, if we really knew what we were doing moving into this window, then one of these players should already have something in the pipeline. A deal should have already been signed, sealed, and delivered. I mean, I was hoping to see Eddie Nketiah wearing a Crystal Palace t-shirt by now, but we're not seeing it. There's no movement right now. And according to some people, it's going to be after June 30th. So we've only got 3 days until June the 30th. So let's see what happens after that. Let's see what these guys have got to say. I'm going to have to hide some of the visuals because they show match footage and I don't want to get done for copyrights. But fasten your seatbelts, hit that like button, all of that. Come on.
Emile Smith Rowe, what about him?
Yeah, look, we understand that a number of Premier League clubs, including Fulham and Crystal Palace, are interested in the Arsenal forward Emile Smith Rowe. He is very popular at the club. It should be noted, Smith Rowe. He's very popular with everyone within the club. He's very popular with the fans as well. And the fans always get behind an academy product, of course. But he started just 3 times in the Premier League in the last 2 seasons.
Wow.
And now he's in that position in his career where he thinks, I want regular first-team football. It's thought that if a suitable offer was to present itself, then Arsenal would seriously consider that offer. Formal approaches for Emile Smith Rowe are expected to start coming in the next few weeks. So definitely one to watch is Emile Smith Rowe in the next few weeks.
So that's obviously based on Emile Smith Rowe. And look, Emile Smith Rowe is probably out of all these players going to make us the most money. We've put this £50 million delusional price tag on Eddie Nketiah's head. I don't know why. But Smith Rowe is the player that's probably going to cough us up the most money. Who's he going to be, going to? Is he going to be staying? We don't know at this moment in time. There is nothing. Look, he's telling us about formal bids coming in the next weeks. let's see if there are bids coming in the next weeks. You know, there must have been some sort of contact made with clubs already. You know, even from ESR's end, ESR must have at this point, Thursday the 27th of June, ESR must have at this point spoken to football clubs. Must have spoken to football clubs. So interesting, man. Interesting. ESR, I think he does look destined to leave, but who else is going to be following in the same footsteps? We can see Thomas Partey on the screen. We did see Edu in Saudi Arabia a little while ago. Shortly after that, we were told that there was teams in Saudi Arabia ready to put money down on the table for Thomas Partey. We had links with Turkish teams. We had links with I can't remember, but other teams were interested. But as I told you, Arsenal are looking for ROI. Well, not even an ROI. I'm not going to get more than they paid for on Thomas Partey, but they are looking for finances. They're looking for money. They can't accept peanuts. With the amount of money Arsenal have spent on this project alone, they can't be accepting peanuts. Now, the problem Arsenal do face is, especially with some of these players, is that they're not valued at the value that you've put on their heads. Doesn't make sense. You're just going to have to suck it up and sell them for peanuts, I'm afraid. With Thomas Partey, slightly different. You know, if you're dealing with the Saudis, then there's a strong possibility that you can get more than your money. Unless, I mean, this 50 million, that's saying that, because we're trying to understand the logic behind why we would put 50 million on Eddie's head. The logic is loads of teams are interested. They're all serious. So we're going to put 50 million on his head. Because based on the conversations that we've had, these teams are ready to bite. So 50 million sounds about right. Okay. And that's what they're thinking. Or the only other one I come up with is Saudi. Is Eddie Nketiah willing to take the bag from a team in Saudi? Maybe they could come along and give us 50 million for Eddie Nketiah. I mean, that could work. You know, it's down to Eddie though. Will Eddie be willing to say, all right, fuck European football, I'm going to Saudi? Because that could work. And we could do a double deal with Eddie Nketiah and Thomas Partey with a Saudi club. And that could accumulate to 80 million pounds. Because you could easily get 30 million for Thomas Partey from a Saudi club. And let's use the 15 million delusional price tag that they've put on Eddie Nketiah's head as the fee that a Saudi club would pay for Eddie Nketiah. That's 80 million pounds. I mean, I would give Edu flowers if he can achieve that. Remember, we're doing Edu Gasper Daily. Edu Gasper Daily ain't to be negative about the guy. You know, obviously, we're putting our foot on his neck and we're putting pressure on. We want to make sure the guy's delivering and doing his job. It's not always to be negative. You know, I want Edu to do well. I want Edu to go out there and get big signings. I want Edu to really formalize a plan and execute that. I want him to do that, you know. I want him to show us that he's a sporting director that can carry this team into the elite levels and stages. I want him to prove that. And this is something I literally would give him his flowers for. If he could go to Saudi Arabia and he can sell Eddie Nketiah for 50 million and Thomas Partey for 30 or 40 million, there you go. I'll give Eddie, yeah, we call Eddie. I'm sure people do. But we'll give Edu, you know, his flowers, bro. Remember what I've been telling you guys, man. I'm like, this is the season where Edu has to prove himself. It can't be next season, and it can't be, and it hasn't been. I mean, to a degree, last season he did step up. £100 million deal for Declan Rice. I gave him a round of applause. Anyone remembers that? I gave him a round of applause for that. I was happy that Edu was able to walk in and, all right, 1 bid, 2 bid rejected, but 3rd bid signed, sealed, and delivered. Well done, Edu. You managed to make it happen, and you overcome Manchester City in that period. Even though I don't believe in that, I just think that was just I don't know, maybe that was just a way to get Arsenal to hurry up and get the deal done. But we ain't gonna dwell on that. It's the fact that he got the deal done. He got the deal done with Declan Rice. And I was hoping he didn't fumble the bag, because as we were saying in the group, I think Rose said it in the group, that not many people believed that Arsenal were going to sign Declan Rice, But I was kind of believing the whole time, because obviously reading the newspapers as much as I do and trying to connect dots the way my brain's wired, I was putting things together, and I felt, yeah, Declan Rice is coming to Arsenal, especially when in the winter period we played West Ham and we saw Declan Rice and Saka, talking, and the conversation was really, really flowing. And I thought, you know what, the only thing I reckon they're talking about is coming to Arsenal Football Club, what it's like playing for Arsenal. And that would have been when we beat West Ham, I think 3-1, if my memory serves me well in terms of the result. But yeah, anyway, what is going to happen with these players? What is Arsenal going to do? Aaron Ramsdale, another one. Who is Aaron Ramsdale going to be joining? Is there anything on Aaron Ramsdale at this moment in time? Nothing much, nothing concrete, nothing, tangible really to suggest that he's going to be leaving. Like it might be the last couple of weeks of the market. I don't know. But I would like to know what's going on. Big up Zeke says, big up Wax and the crew. Big show last night. 1st of July is approaching. Shake my head. Exactly. Many AFC fans had given up hope on Declan Rice at one point. Yeah, they did. Not many people believe we could get it done, especially for the amount of money that they were asking for. But you look, Stan Kroenke and their man come through and delivered. They put the bag on the table and got it done, bro. And Edu signed it off, and we give them credit for that. But now it's about building on that. Do you know what I mean? And look, there's enough time in the window to obviously get signings through the door. But like I said to you, my main focus right now is signings out the door, because that's one thing we've been, you can't not scrutinize this when you know as a person that Arsenal have been shit with selling players for years. So how can you just sit there and say, oh, well, yeah, we'll see what happens? No. We put pressure on this. Let's put pressure on this. Let's let the algorithm know that we're putting pressure on this. Yeah, because these guys will pick it up. We've had Kevin Campbell on the channel multiple times before. What you think Arsenal representatives ain't locked in? Come on, man. They will lock in. They will stumble. It will stumble across their computer, and they will see the title, and they will want to get involved and see and clip a few things, and it could inspire a bunch of dons to make things happen. You never know, man. You never know. I know that could be that's a myth. It could be a mad myth, but it's still a possibility, isn't it? Definitely is a possibility. Enjoyed your show with Yardman and the other delusional Don. No man can question your thought processes, bro. Big up. No. It's not even a thing like that, man. Big up Egal, big up Yardman. I think I got a bit wild last night in the last moments of the stream, and I think Yardman slightly took offense to that, because I sent him a message on WhatsApp shortly after the stream, and it is 10 to 12 the next day. He still hasn't responded. So I think it was just a thank you, like, yeah, thanks, bro, for coming on the stream. Like, not a normal thing, but I think he felt some type of way about how heated I was towards the end, talking about how, the Arteta agenda, and you can't put me in that category, and blah, 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 blah. It's about Arsenal Football Club, you say. Now, it's true, though. It is actually true. I'm not even going to dwell on this, but I want to quickly touch on it. Like, if you are a genuine Arsenal fan, whether you at the beginning of Arteta's reign, like before Arteta would have joined, like, let's just break this down quickly. Before Arteta would have joined, we as Arsenal fans would have been like, are we mad? We don't want this inexperienced manager. Cool. Most people would have felt like that. There would have been a minority that would have been open to it. I was a part of the ones that didn't want it. However, Arsenal have decided, the club that you support, that you love, that you go and watch week in, week out, have decided to give the inexperienced man the job. So even though you didn't like it and you wasn't fond of that decision, ultimately, as a fan, you would have given that person a chance. Do you understand? You would have given that person a chance. And then later on, you would have decided if he was for you or not for you. And those opinions can again change over periods of time, which for some people they have. Some people they have, and they haven't even said it because they've been so pushing this agenda for against the manager that they want to try and avoid flip-flopping. So I get it. But look, as a true fan, you would have at some point supported the manager, whether you don't today or you do, at some point you would have. And that's being a fan of the football club. So that's all I was kind of putting out there. And I said, anyone that didn't feel that way doesn't really support the club. You don't really support the club, and you're moving like a little bitch. And that's it. That's that's how I see it. You're moving like a bitch. And I think Yardman took offense to that because he was basically trying to tell me that he had an agenda for Arteta. And I'm thinking in my head, like, but why? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, we're not going to go there. If you want to watch the stream, go and check it out. Go and check it out. Make sure you hit the like button on this one. All of that. And obviously we'll try and get more people on in the future just so we can share each other's opinion. I mean, even with the same with Egal, man, I hear some of Egal's points, but it's just it is mad delusion. It's mad left. It's not logic. It's not real logic all the time. I'm just like, bro. But big up Egal, man. That's my guy still, man. That's my guy. Nico says, where do you stand on Arteta Wax? I'll give him one more season, bro. I'll give him one more season. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because let me tell you the facts of how I feel about this whole project. If you would ask me, Wax, sack the manager and get any manager you want, what are you choosing? My choice would be to sack the manager and I'll choose the manager, all right? And I'll give whatever manager I want. That would be my ultimate choice. However, what I've been waiting for is for people to catch up. I've been waiting for people to catch up because I've been adamant on how I feel about the manager and the level that manager's at and where he can take us. And I've been adamant on that for the past 2-3 years. The opinions have never changed. The real ones in the chat will fucking know. The opinions have never changed. But what I've been waiting for is for everyone to come up to speed. And why have I been waiting for that? Because now we're all on the same page. We all have to be on the same page. We can't find excuses, PR and justifications and look at context if it doesn't need to be looked at. Do you understand? We all have to be on the same page now because the project has been going for how many years? 5 years. So one of the questions I failed to ask Egal yesterday is, what are the expectations for this season? Because if your expectations are to win the Premier League this season, and it has to be, especially after the fact that we've done back-to-back seconds, it has to be win the Premier League this season, and the manager doesn't win the Premier League, then what is the outcome? Because now you're going to finally have to say, sack the manager. So now you've been brought, and that's where I'm at. So I'm vibes in. I'm putting pressure on Edu. I'm giving Mikel Arteta the benefit of the doubt for one more season because you did give us a second place finish again. Cool. I'll give you that, you little prick. But it doesn't mean anything more than that. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean anything more than that. At the end of the day, it's all about Arsenal Football Club. And that's the point I was making yesterday. It's all about Arsenal Football Club. Doesn't matter about the manager, doesn't matter about the players. It's about the football clubs, but it's for the best of the football club. The decisions that we need to make are for the best of that football club. That's it. So when people are sitting there trying to put Arteta, the manager, on a pedestal and defend it like their life depends on it, then we've got a problem. All right, we're gonna have a problem, and we can take it. We can take it left if you want to. We can take it wherever you want to go with it. Then way there. Because my agenda is for Arsenal Football Club, not for Mikel Arteta. It's for Arsenal Football Club. If Mikel Arteta is successful, then big up Mikel Arteta. Then way there. If Mikel Arteta fails, then see you later, my guy. You gotta go. Then way there. I just hope Arsenal make the right decisions, and I hope they employ the right people. But if you was to ask me, was I happy with the employment of Arteta? No, I wasn't. Did at some point I back the appointment of Arteta? Yes, I did. Okay, like any real fan should have. Facts. So anyway, it's just how it should be, man. So it's how a real guy would think. Anyone else thinking differently would it's just weird. It's a weird way to think, isn't it? But I get it. We're all weird. We're all weird in our own ways, right? Anyway, big up my guys, man. I told you I didn't want to dwell, but I gave you a little segment. If you want to check out this the actual video, go and check it out. Let's see. That's the problem. Not all the fans are on board. Yes, maybe end of the season, but too late. Big up my guy Nico. It says, got your wax. Tope, big you up, my guy. Another real one that spits facts, and literally most of his opinions align with mine. and you know he's a real one. Big up P White in the building as well. Big up my guy Shax as well. Peppermint says Egal says he expects a trophy but does not want to sack Mikel. It's conflicting. Exactly, it is very conflicting. For me, I want to win a trophy, but if you're talking about winning a trophy, that trophy has to be the title. You can't tell me, and this is what I was saying to them man last night. You can't tell me that Mikel Arteta this season only wins the FA Cup and we're sitting there cheering. That is sackable, bro. This is not about winning an FA Cup. That was long won. Ten Hag's coming to Manchester United with the most shambolic Manchester United that I've ever seen, and he has won back-to-back domestic cups. So that can't be you know, a level raiser. That can't be seen as a level raiser. That can't be seen as, oh no, it's you know what, fantastic. You should have won this again twice, 2 times over by now, but you haven't. But fantastic, you've won it again. Where's the title, bro? Because if you win the FA Cup, you have to win the double. If you win the Premier League, you don't have to do the double. You just win the Premier League. I don't mind I will question if you go out early in those domestic cups, but if you get to a semi-final, quarter-final in the domestics, but you win the Premier League, I'm calm with that. Arteta keeps his job. Again, this is now about winning the Premier League. The project didn't come into place from 2019 for us to say by 2025 we hadn't won the Premier League. Who the hell are we? Who are we? West Ham? Everton? No, we're not. We're not. Arsene Wenger didn't do blood, sweat, and tears for us to be moving in this manner, especially when we've got owners that are pumping big millions into the project. And this is my whole reason why I have to put pressure on Edu. And if anyone's not getting it, you should get it by now, because it all makes logical sense. And I've given it to you on a platter that this is the reason why I put pressure on Edu, as well as Mikel Arteta. The project's had money. It's had a lot of money. Now it's about the return on player sales. I'm talking about return from prize money from trophies. Yeah. I don't care about top 4 prize money. I want number 1 prize money. Number 1. Okay, number 1 prize money. That's where we're at now. That's where we're at now, guys. And everyone should be on the same page. If you're not on the same page and you're still talking about another year after we win nothing, we're gonna have a problem. This is it. Anyway, we're waffling. Anyway, let's go, guys. We've got stories to talk about. Keep getting the comments in. I'm gonna run through comments. I want to double. Exactly, this is what it is now. If you win a Premier League, I'm cool. But if you do an FA Cup or you do a Carabao Cup, I need you to make sure you get that Premier League as well to do the double. You have to. If you don't and you come 2nd or 3rd, sack. Get out of here, bruv. Get out of here, sack. Get out of here. No, seriously, man. It's that time now. It's that time now. We've got to be ruthless. The foundations are built. Everything's been built. We are back. The culture's there. The team is. Everything's there. We're competing. Like, what else? What? You don't need to bring in when a new manager comes in. If a new manager does come in, the person doesn't need to take us back to fucking square one and rebuild the whole team again. No. We've done years of billions. Yeah. No. You come in and you make it work within 12 to 24 months, but you can add a little sprinkle to your thing. But it's a 24-month project by then. And we're actually expecting you to get the title in your first 12 months. So you've got a big job on your hands. Your pre-season better be tight. Your pre-season better be active, cuz, yeah? This ain't a fucking joke. You best bring the right coaches in, yeah? Because we're giving you 12. That's the level it's at now. You can't then say, it's another project. It's another project. If Mikel Arteta can't deliver this season, he gets sacked, and the next manager that comes in has already got a 5-year project that's been built for him. You do this in fucking 12 months, mate. You do it in 12 months, yeah? And context will only be looked at for you if you finish fucking 2nd. That's how it has to finish. That's how it has to be, bro. Anything less than that is a dickhead thing, and it means Real Madrid, them teams won't work like that. They don't work like that. They've got the foundations. They've built up everything they need to build up. Now it's about winning. If you're not winning, then see you later. Yeah. If you're telling me, sorry, I need to scrap the whole defense and midfield and attack, and I need to bring in my whole new starting 11, then you just ain't the man for the job. Yeah. You ain't the man for the job. Because basically, you have to bear in mind, ladies and gentlemen, when we are identifying players, when we're looking at players now, not last year, next year, these are players that are apparently meant to be for the future as well. And they are, like Saka, Saliba, you're telling me that next manager ain't going to come in and take them to a next level or keep getting them the same output out of them. They can't drop them off. You can't drop these players off. No bloody way. These players should always be continuing to hit the levels that they're touching now or go beyond those levels. So I expect that from the next manager. Do you know what I mean? Not a whole rebuild. There's no such thing as a fucking rebuild. The rebuild's been done. We're back. The rebuild's been done and we are back. If you ain't understood that, if you can't comprehend that, then I don't understand where you are at right now. Rebuild's been done. We are back. 1-2 more sprinkles, Premier League, bro. And that 1 or 2 sprinkles needs to come this summer. Edu, get your boots on, bro. You best be over in Portugal trying to cough up some money for Gyokeres. I don't know. You must be doing something because this is the summer where Edu needs to deliver and Arteta needs to deliver this season. And that's it, man. That's the project for me. That's the project for me. Anyway, everyone should be on the same page. And that's exactly what I've been waiting for. Hence why I said, you know what, 1 more season for the manager. Because I was hoping that fans would feel exactly the same way how we've been feeling for fucking years. Actually, this manager hasn't got it to take us over the line. My opinion on that hasn't changed. Anyone thinks that because I've given this manager an extra year, an extension, my opinion on him has changed. No. I still believe that he doesn't have it within him to take us over the line. Now, some people are going to say, well, Wax, why don't you just get rid of the manager? Well, firstly, Arsenal ain't going to get rid of this manager right now. And secondly, I've told you, I've been waiting for these frauds to catch up. And we should all have caught up by now. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully, we're all on the same page now. All love, Wax. This consistency is commendable. Keep it going. Big up, Mr. Ricks. I much appreciate you. Mutant fans in the chat still don't understand it. EPL or UCL or a cup double is an absolute must or F off. Enough is enough. Big up, Andrew J54. Real one in the building. Real one. Andrew, we appreciate you each and every time, bro, because I see you, man. You keep the standards high. Always have been ever since you've been on this channel. So I appreciate you, man, each and every time. Hope the family are doing well. And the same goes to the rest of you guys, man. Anyway, let's move on. Again, we're still waffling. Keep hitting that like button. We're going to move on to this one now. So we've got Antonio Conte talking about Viktor Osimhen. He has confirmed that Viktor Osimhen will be leaving. He is he said that, look, Viktor Osimhen and Napoli have had this this agreement in place prior to me arriving. So, you know, I'm happy with letting him go. Now, the question mark is, and that's from Fabrizio Romano as well, but the question mark is where does Viktor Osimhen go? Is Arsenal still in the race for Viktor Osimhen? Do we still want him? Will we cough up enough money eventually to buy this player? You know, I don't know. I really don't know. And this is what I'm trying to figure out. Like, who are the guys that we're trying to sign at this moment in time? Arsenal have got us puzzled. Arsenal have got us mind boggled, bro. I swear to you. He ain't got it, Wax, probably Prem, but defo not UCL. Marley says levels up, Wax. What in terms of like what we've got now, Viktor Osimhen? Wax, do you trust the board to make the right appointment? You talk about the owners. I believe so to a degree. Only because they would I mean, look what they've done with Arteta. Look what they have done with Arteta. I'm not going to say this is all Arteta. This is the owners. This is the owners, like the reason why we're in this position. It's not just the football, it's the actual owners, the direction that they want to go in, the ideologies of these owners, the philosophies behind these owners, their way of thinking. Their way of thinking is probably the best way to put it. They've employed Mikel Arteta for a reason that, you know, they agree with all 3 things that I've just kind of mentioned there. His way of thinking, his ideologies, his philosophies, his tactics, you know, all of those type of things they agree with, and it aligns with what they are trying to do. So if that's the case, I think they will also use, they'll when they're looking at the new manager, they'll be looking at those type of qualities as well, but like easy peasy. I think they will aim to bring in the right man. We just have to see, man. The owner, no, I agree. I agree. I think the owners really, really do like Mikel Arteta, bro. I think they do really like him. But maybe it's just because he has got a really good vision. Big up my guy VPiff. Nothing but love and respect to you, broski. Nothing but love and respect. Okay. So anyway, Viktor Osimhen. Not too sure if Arsenal will pull the trigger on this or if there's any serious interest from Arsenal's side, but we do know he will be leaving. I'm looking forward to seeing where he goes. Talking about obviously player sales just a minute ago, ESR, as we do know, Crystal Palace, Fulham have made contact with Arsenal regarding the availability of Emile Smith Rowe. Arsenal want 40 million. They want above 40 million. They want above 40 million for Smith Rowe. Will Arsenal get that amount of money for Smith Rowe? I don't know. And 25 million, perhaps 30 million with add-ons, perhaps. I don't know. But let's see, man. This is the season where Edu has to claim those flowers. He needs to get, if he wants flowers, this is the season to do it. Otherwise, your time is done. Your time will be fully done at Arsenal Football Club. Arsenal have held talks with PSV winger Johan Bakayoko. We spoke about this yesterday as well. The Belgian winger will prioritize playing time when picking his next move. Would you like to see Arsenal sign the 21-year-old? Is a good question. Obviously, caught offside has been the guys that have suggested that Arsenal have been in direct contact with the player and his representatives. I mean, look, I'm not, as I said to you guys yesterday, I'm not really feeling Bakayoko. I mean, he's good, but I mean, it's just Nicolas Pepe 2.0. You know, if you, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know if this is a player that will work for Arteta. We'll have to see. Is he any better than Saka? I don't think so. He might have a better shot than Saka. Might have a better shot. I don't know. It's like it's just a reborn Jeremy Doku, basically. The reborn Jeremy Doku. I'd rather have the real one, like, you know what I mean? I'd rather have the real one instead of the reborn. That's facts. Like, that's how I see it. But yeah, man, obviously Arsenal need to get some attacking players. I was saying to the WhatsApp group this morning that I kind of predict Arsenal doing a kind of defensive job this season. I don't know why. Science tells me that we're gonna get a new centre back, a new left back, a number 6, and a goalkeeper. That's what we're gonna sign. They're gonna be the signings that we make. They're gonna be the signings that we make. For some reason, I don't see Arsenal signing a striker. I see Arsenal keeping Eddie Nketiah. I see Arsenal keeping him. And this is just my prediction. I hope they're totally wrong. I hope my predictions are totally wrong. But let me just quickly reiterate that. A left back, which could be a good left back, we're being linked with, obviously, Calafiori. So we're going to talk about him in a minute. And so a left back, centre back, central midfielder, number 6, and a goalkeeper. We're definitely going to get another goalkeeper unless Arteta has decided that Cole Hayne will be that number 2. You have to bear in mind, if you ain't going to play your number 2, because Ramsdale got 6 games all season, bro. 6 games. You did not play the guy. You might as well just sold him last season. So if you're going to do that to a goalkeeper, if you are literally going to do that to a goalkeeper, then you might as well just keep Cole Hayne as your number 2. Like, that's what I would do. I'd say, Carl, sit on the bench. You're going to get minimal game time. But if David Raya is not fit or he's injured, then you're going to get minutes. You just know you're the next goalkeeper in line. Okay, that's what you are. And then that allows us to save money on having to then sign a backup goalie. If we sign a backup goalie, there's already question marks over the quality of our number 1 goalie. So do we want to sign a backup goalie that's potentially better than the number 1 to then cause a friction and a problem again? Do we want to sign a backup goalie who actually has the dreams of being a number 1? He's at an age where he feels like he should be a number 1. He signs for Arsenal because you can't turn down Arsenal and you can't turn down the amount of money that Arsenal have put on the plate for you. But is it going to be detrimental? Is it going to cause problems later on down the line? These are things that we have to consider. Therefore, on that basis, if we are going to say David Raya is the number 1 and will always be the number 1, he's going to be number 1 for Premier League, Champions League, and potentially even later stages of domestic cup competitions, then I'm keeping Cole Hayne. That's what I'm doing. I'm keeping Cole Hayne. But I don't know, man. I really don't know. Sell Zinchenko, he always cries. Exactly. What's happening with Zinchenko? We got told 3-4 weeks ago that he was one of the players that we're going to be getting sold, and now we hear nothing about it. Bayern Munich. What happened? Well, Bayern Munich don't want him anymore. Company doesn't want to link up with his old buddy Zinchenko. Why do we get finessed by all these clubs all the time? How have we only just signed Zinchenko? Like, really? We got finessed. He's not good enough. He's not good, man. Or maybe he's just not good enough in that left back role. We're just playing him out of position. He needs to play in the central midfield role. We're just not going to even bother trying him there. I don't know, man. But we're getting finessed. Company doesn't want to come and sign. Oi, stop, man. What do you want to do? What's the matter? What's the matter? You want to go to the toilet or something? Which one? You want to go to the toilet? Yeah? Can you hear that? She's talking to me. She wants to go to the toilet. Bear me for 1 sec, guys. Bear me for 1 sec. Oh. I'll just leave the door open a little bit, man, so they can come back in. So yeah. What was I saying? I don't even know. Yeah, Carl Hayne. There we go, Carl Hayne. So that's what I would do with that situation, man. Mikel Arteta really fucked up this Aaron Ramsdale one. Really fucked it up, bro. It's in the mud. It's literally in the mud. And this is the reason why. Where's links for Ramsdale? Like, Ramsdale's meant to be this big international England guy. And cool, I know he's at the Euros, and I know that could be a reason as to why no one's putting bids down on the table. But bids, bro, talk about links, blood. The last link I heard with Ramsdale was Newcastle. They've moved on. They signed James Trafford. You were asking for too much money. They went and got James Trafford from Burnley. So talk to me. Who the hell is interested in Aaron Ramsdale? This is crazy. And this is what I was saying to you, man, weeks ago. Any real one will remember. Edu's going to leave this so late into the window that it's going to become overwhelming for him. Remember, he's inexperienced. Richard Garlick is now the CEO of Arsenal. He's got other responsibilities. He's got other duties. He can't sit there and hold Edu's hand all fucking day. So this is going to leave Edu in a position whereby I think he's going to struggle. And when I say struggle, players that we wanted to leave, not going to leave. Not going to find clubs for them. Going to have to keep them. Or we get finessed with a loan, but they're coming back next season. You know, like bare dumb deals, like bare stupid deals that are just like, how the hell did we come to make that deal? Who the hell decided to give the green light for that deal? Like, that's what it could come to if we leave this too late. And that's another reason why I'm putting pressure on. You know, Arsenal needs, like, Edu needs to step up. He needs to make sure the plan that he's got is going to work. Otherwise, just like P. White said, we'll panic buy. And that's what Arsenal have been known for doing every time they leave deals late in the window. We panic buy. Panic buy. You know, so anyway. This Bakayoko one, anyway, I'm not overly keen on it. I think I would prefer I'll prefer like a Pedro Neto or someone like that, even though Pedro Neto is injury prone. But then I could be totally wrong about Bakayoko. He could just come into the Premier League and light it up. You know, I've watched a number of highlights. Not overly keen. I wouldn't say no altogether, because we obviously need quality and depth. We need players in various different positions in the attacking third, but I would be looking at exercising other options before I looked at this one. And that's just how I see this. Anyway, moving on from Bakayoko, I think that might be the last major topic. Big up William Saliba, man, my guy as well, man. You know, everyone's starting to realize that William Saliba is the best centre-back on the planet. Thanks. Come on, Wax. Oh, yeah. You don't know nothing about football, Wax. Your football knowledge is zero, Wax. Yeah. Of course it is, you fucking plonkers. Of course it is. Of course it is. Football knowledge is zero, so don't listen to Wax. But my baller, the baller that I've been telling you about since we signed him from St. Etienne, since I was ranting and raving about him online and I got blocked by a number of people that were, pushing the Mikel Arteta agenda. Where have they gone today? Don't really see them today. In fact, let's not even go there. Anyway, William Saliba recorded the best passing success rate so far of any player in the group stages of the Euros 2024. So he's made the most successful passes than any player. That's even more than the attacking players. William Saliba is an absolute baller. This is my brother from another mother, my Maltese brother. For those that don't know, William Saliba has got Maltese blood in him 110% because Saliba is a Maltese name. So he must have, one of his parents must be Maltese or half Maltese or whatever it is. So yeah, this is my brother. This is my absolute brother. And, I'm so glad. I thank God daily for having William Saliba at our football club. I swear to you, I want to retire at our club. I want him to be a legend. I don't want him to leave. Like all these, when people say Real Madrid and all these teams, I'm like, bruv, it's never going to happen, even though I tell myself it will happen, because if Arsenal buckle and they don't do what we need them to do, even financially, then he might be a sacrifice. Or if you don't do it trophy-wise, then he might be a sacrifice because he wants to win trophies. So we're kind of stuck if we don't step up. But William Saliba is just my guy. best centre-back on the planet. Even Konate has confirmed it. Was it Konate? Was it Konate or Upamecano? I think it was Upamecano. Upamecano come out in an interview the other day and said, I play with the best centre-back on the planet. And he said William Saliba. Okay? So, come on, man. The real ones know, man. The real ones know. Just pure class, proper Rolls-Royce settings. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Ah, my brother from another, William Saliba. Always stay true, boy. Always be you as well, William. Always be you, my guy. All right. We're gonna move. We've got the last major topic of discussion that I do want to talk about. Make sure we are hitting the like button. Do subscribe. Actually, before we do that, I did want to touch on Thomas Partey. No, did he? So as of today, caught offside of been informed that Arsenal have yet to receive any contact from the Saudis. So the PIF, which is the Public Investment Fund, they intends to first finalize personal terms with Partey, including identifying the specific Saudi Pro League club he would like to join before initiating talks with the club. So still no real concrete talks with Saudi and Saudi clubs and Thomas Partey by the looks of it. Edu is trying. We've got, intermediaries trying. People are out there trying to get a deal done, trying to get Thomas Partey off the books, but nothing happening as of yet. I think it's going to be tricky because I don't think Thomas Partey is going to want to leave. I don't know why. I just don't think he wants to leave. He wants a European club. And that's probably the reason. He wants a European club, and Arsenal want a Saudi club. Why do Arsenal want a Saudi club? Because I told you earlier, Arsenal need to make money. They need a return for their overall project. Edu needs a return for his overall project. This project that we are running with right now under Edu and Arteta is basically in minus £1 billion+. Like minus. The project's in minus. The project hasn't generated an ROI. The project has given us an FA Cup, 2 Community Shields, and no player sales other than Balogun. We are in a massive, massive financial debt when it comes to this project. So a part of what we got to do to balance the books, to even out the numbers and ensure that FFP doesn't breathe down our fucking necks, is sell players. This is the reason why Edu needs to really, really step up, man. Really needs to step up. This is the make or break for Edu. Make or break summer. Make or break. And he knows it. He knows it. You know how we know? Do you know how we know? Do you know how I know? Fucking hell. Literally just got lost there. But I was going to say, what I was trying to say is the fact that he put £50 million down on Eddie Nketiah's head shows me that, or kind of makes me believe, shall I say, he's trying to recoup money. I just don't think that the clubs are that serious in Eddie. That's one logical way of thinking as to why that decision was made. But I don't think it's that. I honestly believe that Edu has to recoup finances based on the amount of money these men have spent on this project since they've been driving the bus. So let's see. Anyway, let's move on. Last topic of discussion. Make sure we are hitting the like button. Pick up all the real ones in the building. Subscribe to the channel. Check out the video that we done last night with Yardman and Egal. Check it out after this one. And yeah, man, tell a friend to subscribe to this channel. We're on the road to 20,000. We need support. We need the algorithm to pick us up and push us to a totally, a whole new audience. We need new people involved. We need new people. Get us subscribers, guys. Get us subscribers. Do what you can to support the channel. We appreciate that. Does he know that we know that he knows what he is doing? It was crazy. I don't know what the hell I was. That was crazy. Big up my guy Yandani. But we definitely need that Saudi money, man. We definitely need that Saudi money. All right, cool. Where are we? So we are being linked with Ricardo Calafiori. And we actually are being linked with a goalkeeper as well, Joan Garcia from Espanyol. I'm not too sure who he is, how qualified he is. But yeah, we're being linked with him. Where's the Calafiori report? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. So it has been published, and Fabrizio Romano has spoken about this as well as that guy, Matt, that someone mentioned, Matt Moretto. Or Moretto, yeah, Moretto. It says Arsenal are one of many clubs showing interest in Bologna defender Ricardo Calafiori. However, at the moment, it's not a negotiation. Okay, it's not a negotiation, or you mean Bologna's not up for negotiation, like in terms for the player? Like the player's not up for negotiation? What does he mean? Or we're not in negotiation? I mean, obviously we're not in negotiation. If we ain't put a fucking bid down, then we're clearly not going to be technically in a negotiation, innit? You know, outside of a bid being launched. It's not really described or called a negotiation, but even though it is a negotiation, it's a bit weird, isn't it? But technically it's a negotiation once that bid has been launched. So that obviously hasn't happened. Will Arsenal be launching a bid? How much money will will need to be put down on the table for this player? Calafiori, good player. I see him giving balls away for it to Italy the other day. I can't lie though. You know, he was giving passes away. Did look a bit questionable in moments, but I mean, overall good player. I haven't religiously watched him, so I can't, tell you he's a level raiser. But look, he's international capped. He's done well for Bologna this season. Clearly, Thiago Motta got them into the Champions League, so could be something there. Could be something there. Oh, Rodrigo. That's another one I went to talk about. Rodrigo. How did I forget? Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Let's quickly move. What are we saying here? Calafiori, there's no negotiations taking place, but Arsenal are interested, showing some interest. Maybe they're making an inquiry. Maybe they're trying to find out some of the financial details. Who knows? But guys, do comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on that one. And then the final one is Rodrigo. Now, this is a weird one. I saw this just before I went live. In fact, AFTV published it this morning as well. So I thought, oh, actually, let me talk about this. Rodrigo. Now, we do know Real Madrid are on the verge of, on the verge. They've already done it. It's already done. Mbappe to Madrid, already done. Here we go. I think it's been announced. These PR links are ridiculous. Big up Gavin. I know, bro, innit? It is crazy. Absolute crazy. Clickbait, retweet. Just come and check out my content fucking type of PR this is, isn't it? Just come and check out my content. No, I'm not even doing it for that. Listen, literally, we just do live streams daily anyway, and we're obviously talking about everything there is to talk about our football club. And I saw this literally just before I went live, so I thought, all right, cool, we're doing it. But according to reports, Arteta has made a promise to Rodrigo. Whether I believe in this promise or not is a different story, but let's hear what the promise is. So what he's basically said is that he has promised the forward to be the star player if he joins. Mikel Arteta has promised Real Madrid forward Rodrigo a prominent role if he joins Arsenal in the summer transfer window, according to reports. What reports? I hate when people say that as well. According to reports. According to reports, what reports? Please tell us what reports. There was another part here. All of this is waffle. I tried to read through this earlier. The latest reports in Spain. Okay, if it's coming out of Spain, then it's definitely fraudulent. The latest reports in Spain come after a claim that Manchester City have drawn up a bombshell swap for Rodrigo involving Kevin De Bruyne and Julian Alvarez. So, hold on, let's make sense of this for 1 minute. Let's make sense of this. So, the report claiming that Mikel Arteta has made a promise to Rodrigo come after claims are made that Man City have drawn up a bombshell swap deal. These men have drawn up a bombshell swap deal, which include Kevin De Bruyne and Julian Alvarez. Guys, this is fraudulence at its finest. It's funny. It's so funny. You have to laugh at this shit. How the hell did Arteta come into the equation? I just don't understand. Even if this was real, even if this was genuine, even if you said, okay, Like Man City are willing to give you Kevin De Bruyne and Julian Alvarez for Rodrigo. How did Mikel Arteta's name come into the equation, and all of a sudden he's making promises to Rodrigo? Please, please. Oh man, the press are mad. These publications are absolutely mad. If you don't, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. But at the same time, I'm doing both. It's a bit of a skullduggery. I tell you, I ain't seen that channel for ages. I thought I swear to you, that's an inside job though. That's an inside job. Don't get it twisted. That's someone that we know. That's a content creator that has created that channel for income, for fucking income. It's to monetize. It is to monetize. It's another way to monetize. Very, very smart. Very, very smart. That's what they've done. But it's someone that we know. I'm not going to mention any names, but it's probably the ones that get clipped the most by that channel, isn't it? Come on, make sense of it. Yeah, it's crazy, man. These press make up the maddest noise. Maddest noise. And we're the ones here that have got to buy into that shit, you know. But anyway, it's been an absolute pleasure today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to wrap this one up nice and early. I've got to prepare for an interview. For a meeting. You know, bloody hell. Interviews. We're doing interviews. No, we ain't doing interviews. I've got to prepare for a meeting. Got a couple of minutes to do that. I want to refresh my cup of coffee. So let me get that sorted. Big up all the real ones, though. Let me just run through 3 comments. I'm going to quickly shout out a couple of guys, get 3 comments out of the way, and then I will be tomorrow morning. Make sure you guys go and check out the stream we done last night. Of course, we need to get the views up on that. Big up the people that were involved yesterday as well. Okay. This is if this wants to move. Big up Mr. Robbo, I see you, broski. Big up Andrew, nothing but love and respect to you. So much of this BS going around, it's all mutant bait. Exactly. It's to get the kids gassed. Oh my god, my manager's making promises to Rodrigo. Oh, is he? Is he? Oh, she picked up the phone and got Eddie involved. Said, yeah, bro, speak Portugal to this Don. Come over here, speak Portugal to this Don. Portuguese, sorry. And tell him about the promises that I just fucking made. Okay. Big up my guy P White. Big up Rizzo. Big up Dominic Fuller as well. Big up Matthew, your boss. Big up P White again. They're P Whites. Big up Shax. Big up Daniel Chambers as well. Come on, the invincible gunner. Big up Gavin. I mean, Rodrigo. Straight up PR, man. Straight up PR. We know. Big up Joe King as well. A couple Joes in the building today. Big up Legend. Big up Chin David as well. Arsenal to too many talks, not enough action. Exactly that. Joe says there's 114 watching, but only 34 likes. Hey, oh my God. We've had no static today. I've had no mods in the chat. Where's Alex? Where's all the guys? Where's all my mods? Who watches me daily? Who watches me daily, guys? If you watch me daily and you are here religiously watching every single stream, and you know that you are going to be here for every single blood clot stream, then let me know right now in the chat below. Follow me on Twitter. Send me your URL. You'll be a mod, all right? I'm going to make you a mod. But you need to make sure that you're here for every single stream. You're gassing the stream up. You're getting everyone involved, engaging, getting the likes up, all of that. Static does a fantastic job at doing it. But I need man to be here every single day. Okay. So, yeah, if you are that guy, get at me. But yeah, big up Dean, big up Naga, big up Peppermint, big up Sean, big up everyone. I've got to go. Big up Mr. Rixar. He says, Miji, if you're there, if you're here religiously every single day when we go live with that foul, you're here at the beginning of every single stream. That's the person I want. So DM me, Mr. Rixar, if you're on it. And we'll see how things go, bro. We'll see how things go. We are here, bro, but watching at work. Big you up, Rizzo. Big you up. Yeah, if you can't actually, manually do the modding, then, unfortunately, it doesn't make sense. But anyway, guys, peace and love. Hit the like button, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Respect.